Vayeishev. Okay. Parshas Vayeishev. Vayeishev Yaakov Eretz Meguri Oviv Eretz Canaan. Yaakov dwelt in the land Eretz Meguri Oviv. We find that when Yaakov came to Egypt, he says, "Lo gober tzvanu." We came just to sojourn. We're here just on a temporary basis. Megure, what do you mean Megure Oviv? I mean Canaan, this is the location of Yitzhak. It says he dwelt in the land of the sojournings of his father, Eretz Canaan. It's more than the sojournings. He's not here temporarily, correct? I should say, Be'eretz Oviv, Be'eretz Canaan. Eretz Yisrael, how do we refer to Eretz Yisrael? It's our land. It's our location. Anywhere else we're on, it's only a temporary situation. It's considered, relatively speaking, it's sojournings. So why does the Torah use over here, Be'eretz Meguri Oviv, in the land of the sojournings of his father? Maish. No, but still, doesn't make a difference. But it's Eretz Canaan, it's ours. There's no other location. Sojourning is there's no other location. This is the location. Sojourning means it's only a temporary. So what about over in Megure? Logo boards bono, right? It's temporary. But Canaan was not temporary. Here it's temporary. There it's not temporary. So what does Torah use the term Megure, Oviv? Right? The sojournings. Be'eretz Oviv, Be'eretz Canaan, the land of his father, the land of Canaan.
I think the land of his father
Is where?
around.
No, not a consideration. Canaan is the location of the Jew. That's first Gur Bartz, he said that was Eretz Plishtim. That was Eretz Plishtim, not Canaan. Okay? Hearing all the stuff from, third grade, fourth grade in Torah Vadas and, day school in Detroit. We'll get a few more readings over here.
That's why I'm not answering that one.
Exactly. Babylon, or Jericho. What is Babylon? Jericho. Okay.
He's following in the footsteps of his father.
Okay. So I was thinking that Rabbeinu Bachya addresses this, but it seems to be that he says because we find that all the Avos HaKadoshim, they refer to themselves as Gerim. Regarding their attachment to this existence, it's only a pass-through. That's all it is. Then this is not their permanent location. So, if that's the case, so therefore it's referred to Eretz Meguri Oviv. So why now? So I was thinking that now more than, because now Yitzhak's not far off from passing away. Right? Yitzhak's alive now. But basically, Yaakov's come back, he's the primary patriarch. Rivka Imenu already passed away. And Yitzhak also, it's not far off, he's going to pass away. So relative in terms of his connection to this location, it's only sojourning. That's why the Torah uses the term now, sojourning. Rabbeinu Bachya doesn't say that. Rabbeinu Bachya says that we find that the Avos HaKadoshim, they refer to their connection to this existence as only as a stranger. We're strangers in the land. We're here for a purpose. Once that purpose is fulfilled, then we're on our way. That's how they relate to this. It's literally, and he gives the example, it's in the introduction to Vayeishev, to live the story with the Chofetz Chaim. With the person who visited him in Europe. There was a wealthy American Jew who visited the Chofetz Chaim, and he comes to, and the Chofetz Chaim was world renowned. So you can take this back to Hollywood. You don't have to produce it, because that's in California. In Florida, they don't produce those things. Okay, so person, very wealthy Jew, and he's like amazed. He's taken aback. The level of poverty that Chofetz Chaim lived in. Rickety table, one chair didn't match the other. The bookshelves were basically just a few boards hammered together. He says, Rabbi, I'm just amazed. He says, a person of your dimension, everything, renowned, live in such a hovel. So he says, by the way, you're a wealthy American Jew. He says, where are you staying? He says, I'm staying in the inn down the road. He says, could you describe to me what your room looks like? He says, well, the curtains are faded and shredded, and the water basin, the handle is broken off, the rug is worn and torn, the spring is coming out of the mattress. He says, a man of your wealth stays in such a room, such an inn. He says, Rabbi, I'm just passing through. He says, I'm also just passing through. That was the Chofetz Chaim's response. I'm just passing through. So that's basically what Rabbeinu Bachya says. The Ovos, they were just passing through. That's Ger. They were Gerim. They only saw themselves here for the moment. We're here for a reason. Once that reason is addressed, we're on our way. That's Eretz Mugurei Yoviv. Good, Ernie, what do you say?
Yeah, so how does that answer the question?
That's Mugurei.
No, but how does that answer the question of why the Vayeishev Yaakov?
Eretz Mugurei, no, because that's the way his father related. Even Canaan, what's its value? This is not the primary existence, right? It's only the prosdor. It says Pirkei Avos. There's only the pass-through. It's the prosdor. It's the corridor to get to the main location. Okay, Rashi, Vayeishev Yaakov, Ach Shkosav Loch, Yeshuv Vayeishev Toldos B'derech Tzora. After it speaks about the settlings, the settlement of Vayeishev and all his family in an abbreviated way, Shlo Yisvunim V'chashuvim L'forish Hech Nisyashu, because they have no value, then there's nothing to learn from them. How they settled, V'sedum L'chumuseyim, Echu Rishas Achori, how did they exactly conquer Chori? So there goes to describe and delineate the settlings and the family of Yaakov in a lengthy way, called Gule Sibosam, how everything evolved. Because every aspect which pertains to Yaakov and his family has special value, and therefore he speaks in a more lengthy way. The 10 generations from Adam ad Noach, Ploni holy Ploni, Shabbat Noach Herechbo. Right, one generation fathered the other generation. Then when we come to Noach, Noach is tzaddik. Tom Beodorosa, we speak about aspects of his life, the events. Chen Aser Doros B'Noach Aravrom Kitzabem Shia Eitz Lavrom Herechbo Moshe Margolis Shnofel Menachol, equivalent of a pearl or a diamond that falls in sand. So you want to locate the diamond. Odem Mashri Shachol, the Kovro B'Kavori he feels around in the sand, puts it into a sifter, and he keeps throwing away the sand till he locates the diamond. Achemotze es Margolis Shemotzo, Humashlas Atzoros, Miodo, Vinotlas Margolis. He throws away the stones and everything else, and he holds on to the diamond. It's the same thing. Quickly goes through the various generations, and when he comes to Avram or Noach, then he focuses on the tzaddikim. Vayeishev Yaakov Pishtoni Yazeh Nichdus Ukamalov Tu'unim. This flax merchant came in. His camels were laden with flax. Hapachami Tomo. So the blacksmith, he was like taken aback. Oni Yikonis Kol Pishtoni. How are you going to bring all this flax into this location? There was a Pikechov, that means a wise guy, not a wise person. Said to him, one spark just comes out of your bellows and just consumes. It's flammable. Goes up in a moment. You don't have flax. He saw all these princes, all the heads of the families of Esav. How am I able to conquer them? Told this Yaakov Yosef. The answer is very simple. Who's the Lahova? Right? Who's the flame? Who consumes Esav? That's Yosef. It's interesting, yesterday the Haftorah we read on Shabbos was what? From Avadja. Who was Avadja? You know him as Obadiah. Who is he? Obadiah was a convert. And he was an Edomite. He was a descendant of Esav. And he himself, and he's the only Navi in the history of existence who was a ger. The Gemara says a ger cannot be a prophet. But he was a prophet. Why? So the Gemara says in Sanhedrin, because when the Achov killed all the prophets, it says Avadja was a courtier in his court, He took 50 prophets, put in one cave, so because of him, prophecy continued. So in the merit of his action that he saved prophecy, the prophets, therefore he merited to be a prophet, although he was a ger. So what does the Edomite? A person who comes from that, what does he say? Well, you Beis Yaakov Eish, Beis Yosef Lahova, Beis Esav Lakash. He's telling you that this is what it's all about. Ultimately, where he comes from, it's going to be just consumed. There's not going to be a remnant, a trace of his line, of his lineage. Okay? That one spark comes from Yosef. All these families which we're overwhelmed with will be totally consumed. To be continued.